Hello everyone, and welcome to County Perspective. This show focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the Frederick County community. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa, and thank you for joining me. We begin today's episode with our top news stories, starting with the Data Center and Agritourism Work Group's final recommendations. Frederick County's Data Center and Agritourism Work Groups each unveiled their reports in the past few weeks. Initiated by County Executive Jessica Fitzwater, the Data Centers Work Group aimed to balance economic benefits with environmental sustainability. The group examined lessons from Northern Virginia and proposed measures for infrastructure, taxation, and community benefits. At the same time, the Agritourism Work Group recommended modernizing laws to support the evolving agricultural sector. They looked at existing regulations and programs and proposed strategies to update them in order to foster agritourism while safeguarding community interests. To view both reports, visit frederickcountymd.gov. Senator Ben Cardin visited Winchester Hall to meet with County Executive Fitzwater and other local officials. During his discussion, he praised the county's growth while acknowledging challenges like affordable housing and transportation. The senator emphasized collaboration, highlighting partnerships with Senator Van Hollen and Congressman Trone to secure funds for Maryland. Addressing budget concerns, Cardin assured progress on the fiscal year 2024 budget and discussed upcoming appropriation bills. Officials underscored the importance of trails and recreation and accessibility, while Cardin advocated for tax credits to preserve historic sites and to support affordable housing. The discussion highlighted bipartisan efforts to address local needs and underscored ongoing collaboration between federal and local entities. Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater unveiled a groundbreaking initiative at a recent event celebrating underrepresented business owners. The initiative introduces a new loan program tailored for participants of the Office of Economic Development's Empower Mentorship Program. Successful completion of the mentorship program may qualify business owners for loans of up to $10,000, injecting crucial capital into their ventures. The Empower program offers resources, educational opportunities, and networking events to support underrepresented local entrepreneurs. The initiative allocates a total fund of $500,000 to provide early-stage capital and aid in building credit. Division of Housing and Community Development's approval signals imminent application acceptance, making a significant step towards fostering minority-owned businesses, growth, and prosperity in Frederick County. February was Heart Health Month. In observance of this healthy month, FCG-TV created a series of healthy heart videos to share with the public. One of these videos provides tips on how to prepare for a medical emergency. Tips include keeping a red medical folder in your household and having clear address numbers on the outside of your home. Watch this video to learn more tips.
Hello, my name is Matthew Bergen, and I'm a community paramedic with Frederick County's Division of Fire and Rescue Services. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about preparing for emergency responders to arrive after you call 911. Before there's an emergency, it's important to make sure your address is easily visible from the road. Make sure your mailbox is marked with your house number on both sides. If you have numbers on your home, make sure they are large enough to be seen from the road and are high contrast. Also, if you have a front porch light, make sure that it works to assist responders during an emergency. When you call 911 in the event of an emergency, various personnel will be sent to your home depending on the type and severity of the call. You may have multiple emergency vehicles show up, like a fire engine, ambulance, or SUV. Frederick County Fire Rescue staffs its units with both EMTs and paramedics. EMTs are trained to manage emergency medical calls requiring basic life support, while paramedics can provide further assistance on calls requiring advanced life-supporting measures. Once emergency personnel arrive, they will perform a medical assessment, which will include asking you questions about the symptoms that you were experiencing that led you to call EMS, as well as other questions about your health history. They may also take your blood pressure, listen to your lungs and heart, or monitor your heart rhythm. This will assist in determining the best type of care for your situation. To help assist emergency responders, it is important that your home is as accessible as possible. Ease of access will have an impact on how quickly responders can get to you. If possible, unlock the door. If you are unable to unlock the door, inform the dispatcher where a spare key is or the code to your door lock when you call 911. It also helps to have all of your health information in one place. To assist with this, DFRS uses the Red Folder program. The Red Folder is a place where you can store important medical information, including your goals of care. The folder is large enough to hold a standard-sized piece of paper and robust enough to withstand years of use. It is bright red in color so that it stands out, and it has magnets on the back so that it can be easily affixed to the front or side of most refrigerators. The folder is also portable and can accompany you when traveling or during an unplanned evacuation. First responders, including paramedics, firefighters, and law enforcement officers, are trained to look for important medical information in the Red Folder. When an emergency happens, you can easily direct responders to the location of the folder where they will be able to find the answers to many of the questions that are commonly asked during the medical care process. And if you can't speak for yourself, you can rest assured knowing that the responders will have that critical information about your goals of care. The Red Folder is an important tool for older adults in the community. However, any resident with multiple medical diagnoses, extensive medication lists, or who require more complex levels of care can also benefit from having a Red Folder to help better manage their medical information. In your Red Folder, you should include documents that list your medical history, any medications you may be taking, health insurance information, healthcare providers, caregiver information, advance directives, and your Maryland Medical Most form, as well as a recent photo and any other important medical information. The Red Folders are free to all residents of Frederick County, Maryland. However, we do request only one folder per household when possible. To request a Red Folder, please visit frederickfireandrescue.com or call the Mobile Community Healthcare Program directly at 301-600-HELP. That's 301-600-4357. We thank you for your time and helping us better serve you.
It is time in the show where we take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because we're only halfway through this episode. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. Coming up in the show, we'll visit Deer Run Farm and the newest episode of Farming Frederick. But before we go, let's stop by Frederick County's Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center to see who our featured Pet of the Week is this time.
While Angel has been a bit shy at FCAC, she's known to be friendly, playful, and energetic. As she's warmed up, staff have seen her affectionate side. Angel loves to be next to you and sometimes even in your lap. Although she prefers to live in a home without other dogs, Angel has previously lived with cats. To learn more about Angel and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
On the last episode of Farming Frederick, we visited Maine's Tree Farm to cut down a Christmas tree, but now that the holiday season is over and it's warmed up a bit, FCG-TV visited Deer Run Farm to learn how to hatch a chicken. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Yvette Castillo, and I've never been on a farm before. I'm visiting farms across Frederick County, Maryland to learn about local farming. You're watching Farming Frederick. Aw, aren't chicks the cutest? Frederick County has plenty of baby chicks to go around. In fact, there are more than 300 farms in Frederick County that have layers, which is a chicken that produces eggs, and around 25 farms with pullets, which are hens that lay flock replacements. In this episode of Farming Frederick, we are visiting Deer Run Farm to learn more about chicken hatcheries. I'm at Deer Run Farm located off 6th Road in Emmitsburg. I just saw a couple of chickens run by, but I haven't seen any cute chicks. Let's go find owner Allison Stewart to see if we can get a closer look at some adorable baby chickens. Let's see. Hey Allison, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So what are you doing over here?
Oh, I was just checking on the cattle this morning after their morning feed, so.
All right, well I see chickens over there, but where are the little chicks?
Yeah, so we keep our little chicks in the hatchery. I have some hatching out this morning. You want to help?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome. Come on.
Okay. So thanks for bringing me into the hatchery. What kind of chicks are these?
Well, we have 5 different breeds. We have Delawares, Americanas, Welsumers, Olive Eggers, and Copper Marans.
And how do you tell them apart?
Most of the time they look different. There are some chicks in the world that look very much the same, but they're different breeds. Our Americanas, for instance, and our Marans, they look almost identical when they're hatched, except the Marans have feathered feet and the Americanas have a pea-comb.
And is there a certain time of the year where you hatch chickens, or is it all year round?
Of course. So we don't ship or hatch or ship chicks in the summer because it's too hot. It can be very dangerous to send birds anywhere when it's too hot. And then we don't do it in the winter because it's too cold. They need to be about 99 degrees when they're hatched.
So tell me about the process. How do you hatch an egg?
It's a 21-day process. So you take an egg, you make sure it's fertilized by having females and males out in your flock. You would assume they're mating, and once the egg comes inside after being collected, we wash it, we sanitize it, we set it in our incubators. Once they're in the incubators, they're in there for 21 days. We candle them. That's the process of shining a bright light through them to make sure they're actually growing. So we candle them on day 14 and day 19. From there, we move them to the hatcher. That's where they no longer are rotating. They rotate during incubation so that they aren't sticking to one side or the other of an egg. So once we put them in the hatcher, 3 days later, they're hatching, and then we'll actually open them, we'll take them out. We vaccinate them for Marek's disease, and then we'll dip their beaks in water to get them off to a fresh start. We'll put them in our brooder boxes so they can heat up, and then we'll ship them out.
What do chicks eat?
Well, our chicks, we actually make our own feed here, but we start them on what's called a chick starter. It's really just a grain diet that hits all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients they need to grow and start off.
And who do you sell your chickens to?
All of our chicks can be sold anywhere across the U.S. We've shipped as far as Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Alaska, and then all the main states here in the U.S. There's not a state we haven't shipped to.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. We have to ship out some chicks today. I'm going to start the vaccination process, and then I'm going to put the chicks in here once they're vaccinated. Once they go in here, I want you to dip their beaks in this water, and then move them to this one where they can just hang out and wait until we can move them to the brooder box. You want to help?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But you never ask.
All right, so the hatcher's behind you. I'll show you.
Okay.
So it gets very dusty. So there's chicks in here. Let me close this. All right, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Oh my gosh! They are cute.
Yeah. So the first thing we need to do is actually pull out any of the hatched eggs already to give them some space. I just put them in.
Oh my gosh, they're warm too.
Yep. So the hatcher maintains 99 degrees. So close, yet not quite enough.
Right. Oh. Just needs a little help, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So I think Everything else looks all right. So I'm gonna take one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give it a shot of the vaccine. It goes just behind their neck here. I'm gonna move it in here. You'll pick it up.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Okay.
They're calm. This is a
Okay.
good breed to start with.
Okay.
But you'll just pick it up like this. Dip its nose in there like that.
Okay.
And you'll see how it's drinking.
Yep.
And then you'll just slide it over there. So I'm gonna
Okay.
vaccinate this one since
Okay.
we already. You can just move that one right over to the dry since it's
Oh,
already
since you
done.
already dipped. Yeah,
Yep.
right.
And
Okay,
so
got
I'll
it.
do this one, and this will be the first one. So I'll set it here.
All
You can
right.
pick it up. Dip its nose.
Oh my God. Yep.
There you
Got
go. So now
Wow.
we'll just.
Oh, that's cool. They are cute.
What would you think?
I thought that was very cool experience I've never had before, so I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
We appreciate you coming. Well, I guess we'll show you out.
Okay.
All right, come on.
All right. Okay, so that was a lot of fun. They're so cute. Be sure to tune in to the next episode of Farming Frederick because you never know what farm we'll visit next. If you would like to know more about Deer Run Farm or any other farms in Frederick County, please visit homegrownfrederick.com.
Are you looking for something to do that you and your family and friends can enjoy? Well, get out of the house and participate in one of the various activities that county divisions and departments are hosting in the next few weeks. Watch this episode's calendar of events. To find out more about future virtual and in-person events, activities, and programs, just visit frederickcountymd.gov. Before we wrap up this episode of County Perspective, I want to mention a couple of things that you should all keep in mind. Frederick County is developing at a steady rate. It is important that we hold on to our rich history and preserve our farmland. The county's agricultural land preservation program is now accepting applications for the Maryland Agricultural Land Preservation Foundation easement program, better known as MALF. MALF purchases agricultural preservation easements that forever prohibit development on prime farmland and woodland. The program has preserved nearly 26,000 acres of farmland in Frederick County since its start in 1977. The state of Maryland, with the work of the foundation and its state and local partners, has preserved more agricultural land than any other state in the country. MALF is one of several agricultural preservation programs managed by the Frederick County Office of Agriculture. To apply, contact Land Preservation Planner 2 Shannon O'Neill at 301-600-1411 or via email at soneal@frederickcountymd.gov. All applications must be submitted by close of business on Monday, April 1st, 2024. The Frederick County Health Department has reported 2 cats with rabies this year, with the last rabies case being reported on February 22nd. Now, rabies is a viral disease that mainly infects mammals and is spread through the saliva of the infected animal, usually by a bite. Symptoms of rabies in animals may include fear of water, excessive salivation, failure to eat or drink, limping, unusually friendly or aggressive behavior, or other unusual or atypical behavior. The disease is nearly always fatal to humans once infected, if no prompt post-exposure treatment is given. If you or your pets have contact with a stray or wild animal, report it to Animal Control at 301-600-1411 1544. Frederick County requires all dogs, cats, and ferrets to be vaccinated against rabies. Your pet should receive a rabies vaccination every 3 years. Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center offers rabies vaccinations year-round. To schedule an appointment, call 301-600-1544. If you would like more information about rabies, visit health.frederickcountymd.gov/rabies. Well, everyone, that concludes this episode of County Perspective. Now remember, if you want to stay up to date on important news and events going on in the county, just follow Frederick County on social media. We'll see you next time with a fresh look from a county perspective. Take care, everybody.